Title: Life is like a haircut. Have you ever thought of a haircut kind of like the way you live in life? Everyone has hair at some time in their life. People love their hair. Others hate it. But one thing for sure, everyone will cut it sometime. Women idolize others' hairstyles and go to great efforts to grow out their hair and have it cut and styled just like their idol. Others just let it get long, but still the day of reckoning comes when it has to be cut. Men don't seem to care until they don't have any hair. You know, the older you get for men, you just kind of start losing that hair. You know, young kids, they kind of do some stylish stuff, but the older you get, you're just happy to have it. Life is like a haircut. It is never perfect. We can always find something wrong. It was too short or too long, or maybe it just did not make a change in you that you hoped for. But like life, it grows out and we can try again. Too many of us want changes in our lives without the action to make the change. I notice people look at so-called important people and try to copy their hairstyle, or is it the lifestyle they are hoping to copy? Men just hope they have hair later in life to comb. Our lives change every day based on age and decisions we make. Like hair, our lives keep growing and changing every day. We can change the beauty or barbershop we go to and try to make the changes needed, or stay with the same old barbershop or beauty shop and complain about the haircut. The other day, I talked with a woman that loved her hair. The style was mid-length except for one side, about right in the ear, where she had shaved from here forward up to about here. The rest of it was about mid-length. She looked pretty good. She had actually the spray paint that they use today. She had sprayed her hair with this, but she had worked it in, and her brown, natural brown hair came through. I asked her about her hair and who cut it. She said she did. She loved trying different things. I wondered if her life was always changing also. I have known this woman for about 2 years, and she seems always happy. She works hard, appears to stay in fairly good shape, and at least outward appears to have confidence in herself. I got thinking, I remember somewhere about a man named Samson. He had long hair and he did some funny things. So anyway, but I couldn't remember it very well. So anyway, I looked it up. So anyway, this is in Judges, in the Old Testament. That's in the Bible. And I went to chapters 13 and 16. This is what I found out. The Israelites were in bondage to the Philistines. Okay, you've heard about Samson and his hair that made him strong, and how he got a little high-minded. As with any good story, a woman must be involved, right? So, here we have a very strong man with long hair that was an Israelite, and so an enemy to the Philistines. Wow, is this the same true groups of people causing so much trouble in the Mid-East today? Back to the story. Samson had killed thousands of Philistines, and they did not like this. So they set a plan. Ready? The woman enters the stage. Delilah, a harlot, a lady of the night. He spends an evening with her, and now he is in love. Oh. Now someone was peeking through the window, and afterwards went to Delilah and said, Delilah, you lady of the night, we can help you out here if you will help us a little. Well, it may not have been this way, but we do need to write an interesting story, right? That's right. So, my fine gentleman, what do you need, she asks. We only need one small piece of information. That is, what makes Samson the Israelite so strong that he can slaughter so many of us and we have no power over him? I love this part of the story. Sweetie Samson, let's go to my place tonight again. I will please you. Wow, what kind of guy with a big head would turn this one down? Can you picture this big guy with long blonde hair, with muscles, I'll get that one, Mark, with muscles bulging, showing off his tan body? Wow, what woman could turn that one down? You can tell sweet innocent me, Samson. Samson says, I tell no one, but since I love you so much, I will tell you. So Samson came up with this cock and bull story about some green vines. So the whistle is blown and Samson is hauled away from his true love to prison and bound with green vines. Samson's head is getting bigger now. He stands in front of all the Philistines and breaks the cords loose. Yah! Laughing as he smashes their heads together and kills a few more enemy. Back to Delilah, okay. Oh, Samson, you escaped. I am so happy. I was so worried about you, Samson. Let's crawl under these sheepskins again, and I will give you more love. Samson's head is really swelling now. So repeat and repeat with another cock and bull story. Now he tells his lover the real truth. Now get this. My hair made me do it. Your hair? Why, of course. My long blonde hair. Can you see it? Oh, it's beautiful. Samson, my love, just stay right there and I will be right back after I put on something special I have been saving just for my lover Samson. Delilah scrambles off into the back room and turns on the video camera. Oops, wrong century, and grabs the battery-powered sheep shears. Buzz, buzz, as the curly locks fall to the dirty floor. Now let me quote verses 19 and 21 of chapter 16. This comes right out of the Bible. Verse 19. And she made him sleep upon her knees. Now this I added. I don't know if this was an interpretation or what, but I do not understand how sleeping on her knees would be comfortable, unless she has awful soggy knees or something. This doesn't sound too loving to me, but who am I anyway? Just the writer. She called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. Buzz, buzz, buzz goes the battery-powered sheep shears. And she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. Okay, verse 20. And she said, the Philistines be upon Samson. My lover. I added that one, okay. And he woke out of his sleep and said, I will go out as other times before and shake myself. And he wist not that the Lord was departed from him. He needed some time to think of the high-minded decisions he had been making. He felt alone. His strength was gone. So, a question you have to ask yourself. Was his strength from his hair or from the Lord? Something to think about. Verse 21. But the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza. Could this be the same Gaza that we know today with all the trouble in the news? And bound him with fetters of brass, and he did grind in the prison house. Now, I'm not sure what grind in the prison house meant, but it doesn't sound good. Howbeit the hair of his head began to grow again after he was shaven. Oh no, Samson's hair is growing again. Did anyone think of this? That was added by the writer, by me. Okay? Now the Philistines worshipped other gods of stone or money or diamonds or cars. I don't think they had any cars. Maybe their horses and carriages, but not the true and living God, Jesus Christ. And this just didn't sit right with the Lord. So as Samson's hair grew back, he gained his strength back. Okay, question again. Was it really his hair or his faith in the true God, Jesus Christ? In other words, Samson repented and became humble. Samson then asked some boys at the prison if he could be taken and just touch the columns just once more. You know, in case he was blind now. And his hair had grown out a little ways. Can you imagine? They forgot to think about that hair. So the boys took his hand and led him to the courtyard. Back to the love and hate story. Samson, in all his wisdom, took hold of the columns one by one and pulled them, and their supports, and the building shook and collapsed, killing thousands of Philistines. Boy, what a story. Life is like a haircut. So if you do not like the path you are taking in life, get a haircut and make an attitude change and take a turn in another direction different than what Samson did. Okay? Don't get too high and mighty. Okay? He made some real bad choices. Life overall is good for those who are able to see it and take advantage of the good things. What this world is to you and to me, and through us to other people, depends largely on our attitude towards it all, on our frame of mind, and on the spirit with which we approach it. Life is great, but we can mess up if we take Lord Jesus Christ out of our lives. Don't be like Samson. Don't expect it to be in your hair. Don't expect it to be in your cars or whatever else you want to worship. Put Jesus Christ first in your life, and things will be a whole lot better. This is the Country Boy, and I am gone for another day or two. I'll be back soon. So enjoy life. It's a great life to be. Thank you. I'll see you later. Bye.